Hello everyone, welcome to my week 29 of 2025 Plan With Me. For today's sticker kit, it is by a shop called Fabulously Planned. And I think they also have like a website of their own. So of course I'll provide links below as usual. I'm going to start with sidebar and big items. Now this kit was definitely 100% not designed for this layout of planner. So I'm kind of making it work. We're going to see how this goes because I'm not 100% certain if it's going to look great or not. And as always, if it doesn't look perfect, that is okay too. I'm getting the sidebar set down here. So for the weekly habit trackers, I chose self-care and reading. Reading is pretty much a habit at this point. However, this week I was very laxed on the amount of reading that I did just because I had a lot going on, just different things. I'm going to add my box to-do lists, of course. And then this next one is for Thursday. And then I've got one for Sunday as well. And by the time that I'm posting this video, we are actually going to be starting school, the new school year very, very soon. I feel like the summer was longer than in past years, maybe. It was a long, grueling summer, I feel like. And some of it was, there was more being cooped up in the house than we had expected in, based on like previous years and whatnot. It just so happened to be raining a lot more this year than it did in previous years in the summertime specifically. So that kind of threw everybody a little bit out of whack, but again, such is life. Okay, now I'm going to start with the interesting part of this sticker kit. So I hope this comes out looking at least cute. I have these like long washi strips that I'm kind of going to layer because they are obviously a lot wider than what I normally use. And like, again, that is totally okay. I kind of had to get creative with how I was going to utilize them. And for the most part, these are something that if they get covered up, that is okay too. I feel like I just want to put this one up here, actually. Well, I could put it higher. Yeah, that'll work. I mean, they'll look cute either way. I don't think that this kit is necessarily going to look disastrous if I don't put these things in like the perfect place. It's just something I wanted to play around with because I've never had a kit like this that was so far from like that did not fit like a standard design like this, like these, like the stacked boxes. So just an opportunity to kind of play around with something that I've never really messed with before. And at this present moment, I'm not mad at this. Although I do feel like it is going to look a little bit chaotic in the end. Again, we're planning here. That's totally fine. And then I'll put this one there. And then, lucky for me, I'm actually because I have this weekend banner, but I think I want to put it right here so that it's not taking up additional space, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Although now that I'm looking at it, it does blend a little bit because it's the same like peachy orangey color. Which, I mean, for the most part, it's not that big of a deal. Nobody is going to freak out because they can't see the weekend pop out like a neon highlighter or something. Okay, and then it did come with like day covers. So as you can see, it's like the abbreviated day, but it doesn't have the specific numbering, which I don't know. I kind of prefer, if a kit's gonna come with the date headers, I want that number included, because this just kind of looks like I'm covering up a word, and this one doesn't even cover up the entire word. I mean, Wednesday's a long word, so like, I get it. But also, I'm a type A person and I want it to look perfect. Well, as close to perfect as possible. But this kit, it also did come with a ton of like, this kit may have been designed for like, maybe like a Hobonichi Weeks or something. Because when I look at the different pieces, oh yeah, it even says Hobo too. Yeah, so this was for a Hobonichi of some sort, which is totally fine. I don't think that this was a kit that I purchased for myself. I'm pretty sure that this was a kit that was gifted to me. And while I do absolutely love the peach print and like the quality of like the thickness of the paper and everything, it's wonderful. When I tell you, like, I was going to use this sticker, but like, if you can see, I had to fight every single sticker off of every single one of these sheets. And at a certain point, I just stopped, because some of these stickers are very small and very dainty, and that's great. That's cute and everything. I love it. But if I'm having to sit here and cut each individual one out, that is one thing that drives me absolutely insane. Part of it is like impatience. The other part of it is like, I don't like when the edges look messed up on my stickers. So I want them to be cut very well. But such is life. It happens. No biggie. Again, like I said, I think this kit was given to me at some point, so that's totally fine. I'm not super worried about it. Okay. So now I'm going to get started on Monday, and what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to add my my different stickers and items in between. So I'm not going to leave these spaces blank, although it looks real silly right now, and I see that, but it'll be fine, promise. Scout's Honor. Okay, here we go. Okay, and then I did decide to use some of the decor pieces from the kit just to mark my reading. Like this one's like it's like a peach colored rose. And this day I read for 20 minutes. And then after that, we had the neighbor kiddos over, and this I'm marking these with a little bow, just because they were some stickers that I had lying around. Kids over. And then I did also get to play some Diablo for this day. I'm sure that is so shocking. I honestly don't even know where I'm at in this game, as far as like how much I have left before I like beat the entirety of the expansion pack. But either way, sometimes, and I think part of the reason I play so frequently is because I log in, and then like I'll kind of not do any quests at all whatsoever. And just kind of level up a little bit, hit some of those like daily items, and then just kind of log back out and go on about my day. Other days, I mean, I'll try to sit down and play for a while, but then I just run out of time because, big surprise, but I'm a mom. I've got a whole household to run, so, you know, sometimes you want to sit down and you want to play for a couple of hours, but life just doesn't work that way. I did also take a hot bath. We have been needing a lot more of those recently. The neighbor friends that I've been working out with, the weightlifting has been getting a lot more intense. So definitely all good things. Totally happy about that for sure. My next one was bills and budgeting. I'm actually going to put this one down here. I lie, I'm not going to put this one down here. Oh, okay, yeah, no. Anyhow. Yeah, I'll put this one right here. It'll be fine. And this was for my bills and budgeting. There's my little piggy bank guy. And then I will just write bills and budgeting. If anybody is not paying bills and budgeting at this point in your lives, definitely do it. I know it's not always the funnest, but it is definitely worth it in the long run. Making sure that all your things are paid on time and you're putting money in savings, retirement, all those good things. Always want to keep up with that stuff. And this one was for Wicked. And it's funny, before the movie came out, the new one, of course, I had never delved into Wicked. Like, Wicked has been on my to-read list for so long. I never made it a priority. But now it is up there. It's definitely up there. It's something I do want to read at some point relatively soon. Just because I thought the movie was really good. So fingers crossed I can get that knocked out. If not, then there's that. Okay, and then for right here, I'm gonna add, let me see, does this one fit? Yeah, this is gonna fit, it'll be fine. Okay, there's that. And then that was for my manicure. And I'm gonna write manicure. And then I also have this last one right here. Had to run errands. Perfect. Okay, and then for Tuesday, oops. Of course, I will start with marking my reading. I'm going to put this one up higher to conserve a little space, because I did end up taking up pretty much all of the space without even thinking about it. But again, that's totally fine. And on this day, I've read for 30 minutes. And then after that, I'm going to mark that we had the neighbor kiddos over again. Perfect. My little bow. And then I'm just gonna write again, neighbor kiddos over. Perfect. And then the next item that I have is that we had friends over for dinner. Okay, and then I will just write friends over for dinner. And if you have not noticed the trend yet, we do a weekly like dinner night swap with some neighbors of ours, just to make everybody's life just a touch easier. And then after that, I've also got, my son had martial arts on this day. So I'll paste this over here. Then I will put my little car here. And then I will just write son martial arts. Perfect. That wraps up Tuesday. I'm going to move on to Wednesday. And of course, I'm going to start with my reading. So again, I chose another of the decor pieces that came with the kit. So for this day, and actually I'm going to put this down here because it fits there nicely. I'm just going to put this over and put it right here. Read for 45 minutes. Perfect. And then after that, I'm gonna put my YouTube video on here. So I will put it here. And then the kit did come with a little laptop. And then I will just write YouTube video. There we go. And then the next item that I've got, is my son did have martial arts again this day. No, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this around. I will put it here. And then I'll put the little card here. And then again, I will write son martial arts. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and log that we had the neighbor kiddos over. Perfect. And then after that, I watched an episode of Yellowstone. Okay, fabulous. And then on this next one down here, I'm gonna put this one right here and put my little icon right there. I had a call with a friend. And then after that, I also had menu planning. Here they are, my little tweezers. There we go. Perfect. And then also, oh, I didn't write menu planning. It helps if you write what it is. Perfect. Sometimes I feel like I do so much like pre-planning before I start these videos that then when I actually do the video, my brain is like, no, we already did this. And we're like in a different headspace. And then me and my daughter ended up watching the movie Crawl. And then after that, I legitimately hate misplacing a single sticker. Just 1 second. Here we go. Perfect. And I had planning time. Planning time. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to flip us over so we can get started on Thursday. So for Thursday, I'll start with marking my reading. And I use another one of these pretty roses. Here. There's my pen. And I read for another 30 minutes. And then, let's see. I also had a workout with my neighbors. And let me grab my little icon. And then I'm gonna write workout with neighbors. Fantastic. And then also, we did have the neighbor kiddos over this day as well. Where's that sticker? There it is. So I'm gonna put this over here, and then I will write neighbor kids over. I feel like I write that a lot, but genuinely, here during the summertime, it's been like Monday through Friday that they've been coming and hanging out with us, which is totally fine. That just basically eats up a lot of my day, which is, again, it's totally okay. I would rather have someone here for my kiddos to hang out with, so it all works out in the end. And then I had hot tea. That looks good. Ish. Hot tea. I've been on a chai tea latte kick again. Again, shocking, I know. It's probably always going to be like my favorite tea. I just love cinnamon. But, okay, for Friday, I'm going to go ahead and start with my reading. And I read for another 45 minutes this day. My reading numbers have been low for the past couple of weeks. And I'm not sure if I've just gotten burnt out on reading or if I just needed to slow down. Because I did, I read a couple of audiobooks in a row, like one a day kind of thing. And it was like, oh, I don't even think I remember those books anymore. And that always bothers me. If I'm reading something, I really want to absorb the content, not just breeze through it like it never happened. Okay. I'll go ahead and mark the kids were over today because, of course, it is Friday. Here we go. Okay, and then this lovely decor box here, and that brings me down to the final box. And I still need to put my shower steamer, and I need to go this way. Okay, so I can write shower steamer. I'm finally finding some shower steamers that I don't like. Not that I would recommend that specific, like to find the ones you don't like. I just have started to run into a couple that are just not my favorite. Like the citrus one, I guess it depends on the brand, but the citrus one that I got was so strong. I mean, it might help you wake up in the morning, but ooh, like it was overbearingly strong. We played board games this night because who doesn't love a round of Uno? And we've started mixing it's like Uno No Mercy and then Uno All Wilds. And we play the rules where like you can build the draw cards. And I think we got up to like draw 76, and it was just like, whoa, that's a lot. There's a lot of cards. When it starts to take more time to count out the cards and sort through your own hand, you start to realize that maybe it's gotten to a point of being a little bit silly. Okay, and then this one, my little remote control. I can't tell if that's upside down or not. I'm gonna go with it's right side up. Maybe the red button's the power button. Anywho, it's a remote. And on this day we watched, what was that movie that we watched? Sinister. There we go. Okay, that brings me over to Saturday. And of course, I'm gonna start. Oh, I don't know where my brain is. I never put my day covers up here for Saturday and Sunday. I was looking at them on the sheet and I was like, why is that there? I already put that. Did I have multiples? It's when you start to just not be able to remember what's going on in the world around you that you know you should probably take a nap or something. Okay, and for my reading, I'm going to go ahead and mark that over here for Saturday. And I've got this super pretty rose. And I read for 1 hour. And then after that, of course, I want to put that, my YouTube video on here. The kit did come with like a little, I think it was a laptop screen, but then it also came with this little like, it looks like a YouTube play button that's sitting on my thumb right now. So I thought it would be great to use these two, but this one also did get a little bit messed up when I was trying to get it off the sheet because, again, these were not cut the best. But it does happen. You can't help it once it does. So YouTube video. And then, of course, this day my parents did come over, which is like the best ever because we do love the grandparents. I'm gonna put it down here. Well, here. Now that I know that I don't want to put that there, let me move some of the other items or add some of the other items. Okay, so right here, I'll just log that we went for a bike ride. Because how far did we bike? Did I write that down? I did not. It's okay. I'll just write that we went on a bike ride. Bike ride. My son is getting a lot more proficient with his bike riding skills, which is fabulous. Me and my daughter like to race when we go on our bike rides. But we all have fun. Okay, and then we did also go for a 2-mile walk. Put my little walking oh no! I didn't even notice that I did this. Let me see if I can get it off. It's okay. Sometimes my brain just stops working. Again, it's totally fine. If I can switch it, awesome. If I can't, oh yeah, it's gonna let me. Cool. I meant to put you this way. I feel like that's what happens as an adult when your brain goes into like autopilot and you just start doing things. And then you're like, oh wait, I needed all of these specific things for a specific purpose. Walked 2 miles. I mean, at least I didn't write it already. Like that would have been an issue. I'm going to go ahead and add the grandparents visit. I'll put it down here. And then there is a little icon here in the corner, but I'm going to cover it up with this. Okay, grandparents visit. And then we also played board games again, but this time with the grandparents. I think we actually played it like the exact same way too, which is, it's so comical. Okay, and then that wraps up Saturday. And then for Sunday, let me start with my reading. Oh. Okay, so on this day, I read about 30 minutes. And then after that, me and my daughter watched Megan 2.0. We absolutely loved this movie. When I tell you, like we liked the first one, we loved the second one. I don't know why, but we thought it was so much funnier. And Megan had so much more sass, and that one we're probably gonna watch 3 or 4 more times because it was just really, really good. We just really liked it. Okay, and then let me mark Diablo 4 up here. Fabulous. And then this is also a Sunday, so I did have a workout with my my neighbors down the street. And I'm actually gonna use this icon or this box, and I'm actually gonna put it down here. Will it fit up here? Yeah, I think yeah, it'll fit just fine. All right, perfect. I'll put it there. Little weight. And then I'll just write, again, work out with neighbors. And then the last item that I have, I am going to mark that I had some hot tea. Here we go. Hot tea. Okay, and that wraps me up for week 29. This is the full spread. I hope you guys enjoyed being here with me and planning with me. Again, the kit is by Fabulously Planned. I will link it in the description if it's open. And if you guys have any questions, definitely leave those in the comments below. Also, I will have a couple of new videos coming up with like my next year's planner and more on like my goal process and everything. So you guys can see those firsthand and see what I'm looking at for 2026. But again, thanks for being here. You guys have a great week ahead, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks. Bye.